What's up? I'm listening to The Lounge. Demon we love. The whole team stay tuned in. Just cuz.
Hello. You are listening to The Lounge with Deemery Love and
Anissa Nicole.
And this is episode 14. We're so excited to be back. And we have a very, very interesting show today.
Yeah, we do.
So, yeah, we're going to be exploring some new topics and things that we have not ever really talked about on The Lounge. So I'm really excited about that.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting.
I just want you guys to know, in case you don't, me and Anissa are interested in really weird things.
Oh, yeah.
And I think that's why we get along so well, because we always have something to talk about. And it's usually not just like the things that you think that girls in their 20s sit at home and talk to each other about. It's like not always the things that we sit at home and talk about. So
yeah, that's for sure.
You're going to see a little bit of that this episode, but I think it's going to be really, really cool. So I'm really excited to be back. I just love doing this show. And I love doing it with Anissa.
I love doing it.
I love you, Anissa.
I love you too.
Thank
you for having me. Thank you for inviting me in on this.
Of course. I just had to get really cheesy there for a second. I just like, you guys just need to know this. Like, whenever I have to like do things that require like most girls to bring their boyfriend, I'm like, I'm gonna bring Anissa. I'm gonna ask Anissa to be my date.
Yep. I'm the date.
she's like my boyfriend, and she just doesn't know it yet. She's
I know it.
That's like, okay,
I know it.
She's caught on.
It's all good.
All right, so we have a lot of things to talk about. This show, like Dave Chappelle on Saturday Night Live made a grand return.
Yep.
We've been hearing about Mariah Carey and her billionaire fiance breaking up. We're going to talk about that and the reasons why they broke up are very interesting. Crazy girlfriends pouring boiling hot water on their boyfriends and ruining their football careers. We're going to talk about that. Something I'm really excited about. The new Beauty and the Beast trailer for the live action movie came out, and I'm so excited about that one. And then that's just our entertainment news. Then we're getting into some other topics later on in the show, like conspiracy theories, and urban legends, and pop culture that we're going to talk about and things like that. So I'm really excited. It's going to be interesting. A lot of variety in our topics tonight, this time around. So I'm so excited. Thank you to everyone that's popping up in the chats. Hello, Teresa, Everett, Danny, Ike, Tyler, Anissa. Hi. Hey, Anissa in the chat. Anissa in the chat is like a different person than Anissa sitting next to me. And we also got some more trivia, and Anissa's going to be taking over Pick of the Week this week because, just like me, her stamp is gold. Don't worry about it. We trust your taste. All right, so before we get into it, I just want to give a very, very, very special shout out to a very special man.
Boss Man!
Boss Man! Ideas just had a birthday on October 14th. What month are we in?
We're in November.
November 14th. He just had a birthday, so I want to say happy belated birthday to Boss Man.
Happy belated birthday.
We love you here on the lounge, and he's been on the lounge before. We can't wait to have him back.
Again,
so I hope you had a grand, safe birthday, Ike, and hopefully one year you come out here, I'll go out there and we celebrate together, and I'm gonna make you feel young again, Ike, alright? We're gonna go out and we're gonna have a good time and make sure you party it up for your birthday. So happy belated birthday, Ike. Everybody in the chat, if you guys can say happy birthday, Ike. Alright, so what would his sign be? What's your sign?
I'm a Libra.
You're a Libra, okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a Virgo.
Would be...
Do you know?
No, I'm really bad with the dates. I don't know.
I feel like, Ike, what's your sign? And I was so mad because I'm such a proud Virgo, and like they kind of like changed.
I saw they changed the dates. I was like, no, I'm a Libra still.
And they're trying to tell me I'm a Leo. I am not a Leo.
They're trying to tell me I'm a Virgo.
No.
I was like, nope.
No, you're not. I'm a Virgo.
And I'm a Libra, so no.
Exactly. Like you can't just keep trying to change things, man.
Yeah, it's been like that way forever. So no, you can't.
Okay.
Oh, Scorpio. He's a Scorpio.
Oh, okay. Scorpio, cool. I'll get along well with Scorpios. That makes a lot of sense. Okay. So, Dave Chappelle just made a return to sketch comedy in Saturday Night Live.
Yeah.
It's been so many years. At one point, Dave Chappelle was like the king of sketch comedy. Like, nobody was touching the Chappelle Show. Saturday Night Live has been on for 25 years, and I don't think any of their skits have made me laugh as hard as anything on the Chappelle Show. Mad TV. I used to be a Mad TV over Saturday Night Live back in the day.
Really?
I always thought Mad TV was funny. I did. You're like laughing at me.
No, I did. I agree with you. I remember I watched a little bit of
I was
Mad TV.
So
More than SNL actually, but yeah, I was laughing because I was like recalling.
To me, Saturday Night Live, it's been on for so long, and it's been very inconsistent.
It has. There's like the good, and then there's really bad.
But to me, the good episodes are just like, they're not as many of them as like the mediocre episodes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like there will be some that are so funny, and then like most of it, I'm just not laughing. So Saturday Night Live to me, I mean, it's cool that it's been on for so long. Yeah. But somebody like Dave Chappelle, they need.
Yeah.
I think, you know what I mean? And it was a return to form. He was funny. And I was, I get nervous with guys like that because they've been out the game so long. Can they come back and can they still be funny?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I do want to see some more stand-up and things from him.
Yeah, I watched some of his stand-up from this and now. It was still really funny.
Yeah.
He's still really funny.
A hilarious skit for The Walking Dead. You know The Walking Dead is one of my favorite shows. And you know that huge cliffhanger from season 6 when they had all the characters lined up and Negan killed somebody with his bat, and then they kicked it off with the premiere and they showed who got killed or whatever.
Yeah,
and it was two main characters that got killed. So Dave Chappelle recreated that with all his old Chappelle Show characters. So he had like Tyrone Bigham, the crackhead, and then he had the racist black guy who hates other black guys. The racist blind black guy, and then Dave Chappelle plays that white guy who's like, all lives matter, right? Don't we all matter? Because he's trying not to get killed. And then he had all his like classic characters. Like he did the Lil Jon. He had Lil Jon. I noticed that he didn't have one of his most famous characters, which was Rick James, when he did the Rick James. And that could be because Rick James is actually not here anymore. So it wouldn't be in bad taste, I think, for him to be in a sketch like that. But so that was one of my favorite skits, and then he did the very funny skit with the Democrats who were so comfortable on election night thinking, oh, Hillary's gonna win. It's not a big deal. And
I didn't see that skit.
The increase in panic as Trump was winning like all the states, and their increase in panic.
Oh, wow.
And so that was a pretty good one too, and he brought Chris Rock in, who's another comedy.
I love Chris Rock.
Yeah, I do too. So that was really cool seeing them together too.
Yeah.
So I'm excited about this. I hope that this means more from Dave Chappelle.
I think so.
I don't think there's going to be a reboot of the Chappelle Show. I think that would be a stretch to hope for that. But something, if it's more stand-up, if it's a whole completely different other show.
That would be cool.
Just something. I feel like he's doing this for a reason. I think it's
he's coming out of this. Yeah, I think he's coming back out in the spotlight for a reason.
And then we just don't know what it's going to be
Exactly.
yet. But more sketch comedy from Dave Chappelle, please.
Yeah.
Yeah. And people in the chat still talking about their signs and things like that. So in other news, as we all know, a few years ago, Mariah Carey very randomly dated Nick Cannon.
Very randomly?
It was random. Like, where did that come from? How did they even know each other?
I just asked you that. How did they meet? How did they start dating? I don't know.
No idea. I heard, like, literally one day, I heard Mariah Carey and Nick Cannon dating. No, they're not.
I've never even seen them too.
Yes, no, we actually are dating. Literally 2 weeks later, Nick Cannon and Mariah Carey are getting married. What?
And then they're having babies.
They dated for 2 weeks and decided to get married. And like, the marriage lasted for years, and they had babies and everything.
Yeah.
I was so shocked. So I'm not to say Nick Cannon. Listen, I think Nick Cannon is cute. He's funny. He seems
but they just didn't fit, right? They just did not fit.
I don't want to say like she's out of his league, but I do want to say he does not fit what she's dated in the past.
Yeah.
She was married to Tony Mottola and things like that. Like comedians, like that doesn't seem like Mariah
type, right?
Right, and she has said before, like, she told him, if you ever cheat on me, I'll dump you in a second and date a billionaire. And
that's exactly
what she did. And he was like, I can't get mad because that's true. And that's exactly what happened. They broke up and she literally had a billionaire like that. But unfortunately, her and her billionaire fiance is now her ex-fiance. He did give her a fat rock, and they got engaged while she was still legally married to Nick Cannon. So she was trying to, this is all like, you know, what they say, you know, insiders, quote unquote, say these things, but she was trying to hurry up and get the divorce from Nick Cannon so she could marry James.
Yeah.
Literally, like, right after Nick Cannon, like, right after her divorce is finalized, her and James go on vacation and then break up. Why is that funny? How are you laughing?
Well, because it seems like she went out of her way just to be like, to prove Nick Cannon what she was gonna do. You know, like, she told him, if you ever cheat on me, you know, I'm gonna dump you in a heartbeat and date a billionaire. And what did she do? She goes out of her way to date a billionaire. Now she's trying to rush and get this this divorce settled so she can marry this billionaire, and then it didn't work out. It's like, you can't rush that type of thing. If you're gonna try to seriously get married, bring your kids around a new guy, shouldn't it be like, you know, I'm not saying that they weren't real, like it wasn't real between them. It very well could have been, but everything seems so rushed that it seems kind of far-fetched. So it's kind of like, well, I mean, what do you expect if you're going to try to rush into a marriage to a guy that you haven't even been around that long, you know? Like, I don't know.
Some people, when they do that, they say, it's, when you know, okay, but just give it a little time.
Give it a little, especially if you're still legally married. Like, give it some time. Like, wait until your divorce is finalized and then start getting serious with someone.
That's when it gets tricky. Is the whole, like, if you're still legally married, should you be engaged in
I didn't think.
And people are like, well, some people are saying, they're not together. It doesn't matter if they're legally married. It's just a piece of paper at this point. They're not together. And some people are like, no, it's you should wait until you're completely out of that. You know what I mean? And Teresa brought up a good point. She said, like, that relationship kind of came off like Jermaine Dupri and Janet. Okay, so I would say Nick Cannon, I think, is a lot more attractive than Jermaine Dupri.
Yeah, he is.
He seems like he probably was a better boyfriend. He seems like he can make you laugh and all those types of things. He seems like he's a good father. Janet and Jermaine Dupri were out of left field too. I don't even know how they would. Oh, well, I guess that could make sense because he was a big time producer. She was. So I guess they could possibly run in the same circles and run into each other in a war show or something like that. I guess that makes sense. But you just would not think that Janet would go for him. But Janet's dating history isn't like great. It's not like Mariah. You know, now that guy, I'm blanking on his name. Somebody, Rob or Teresa, can you guys please help me out with this? Who was that man that was a singer in a group of his brothers that Janet was married to? I know one of you guys have to know this. Please help me out. But he is coming. I actually forgot to put this for our topics. But he is now saying that him and Janet had a secret daughter. He said it on TV. They were married. He said they had a secret daughter that nobody knew about, and that Janet gave her up.
What?
Yeah, like, why would he do that?
What? I have not heard this. That sounds crazy.
Yeah, because as far as everybody knew, this baby that Janet is having with her billionaire, how did they find these billionaires?
I have the circle they run in, probably.
DeBarge, thank you so much, Rob. DeBarge, that's his name. It's either El DeBarge or I don't know if it's El DeBarge or the other DeBarge. There's like 3 of them. But one of them was married to Janet Jackson. He says that they had a baby. He put it on blast. James DeBarge? Maybe it is James. People are questioning his
credibility?
Yeah, because it could be a way for him to be trying to. That seems like such a huge thing to make up, though.
That does seem
I feel about that. I don't know, because
would he really put his word out there like that for something that didn't have some truth to it?
People are thinking, because now he said it on a reality show, people are thinking that he's trying to get recognition again off of her name, which is very possibility. Yeah. But that's quite a thing to make up. Like, I can see if he said we were going to have a baby and a miscarriage happened, something like that. But Janet Jackson, who was hugely popular at the time and a millionaire, would give her baby up to just like a completely random family who she probably wouldn't be. Like, I don't know. It's just so, why would anybody do that? Now, I could see people not wanting her to have a child because she was on